Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about processes when selling. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 8th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minatoku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anatomo Presen no Tachizen. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Mudni Suru wa Yamimashou. And all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. I want you to 1, sell more and do it more easily. 2, exceed your target. In fact, let's blow up your targets. Number 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 381, and today we're talking about the 2-step process when selling in Japan. Getting a deal done in a single meeting is an extremely rare event in Japan. Usually, the people we are talking to are not the final decision makers, and so they cannot give us a definite promise to buy our solution. The exception would be firms run by the dictator owner-leader who controls everything and can make a decision on the spot. Even in these cases, they usually want to get their people involved to some extent, so there is always going to be some due diligence required. In most cases, the actual sale may come on the second or even third meeting. Risk aversion is a big thing in Japan, so everyone is very careful to make sure their decision is the right one and that there will be no blowback on them if things go bad. I met the owner of a very successful accounting business at a networking event. It was a very crowded affair, and as is my wont, I just Shanghai strangers and introduce myself. Hi, my name is Greg. As I extend my hand to shake theirs, followed in short order by my reaching for my business card. I followed up to set up a meeting, which we had, and it went quite well. He invited me back to meet his team. The people I met were quite well established in the company and focused on the administrative side of things. He was obviously thinking about the training arrangements and logistics, and that is why he wanted me to explain what we do to these 2 staff members. He was the decision maker, but we still had to involve other members of the team to get the internal buy-in. We had a third meeting with just him and I to sort out the final arrangement and set dates, etc. In another case, I met an insurance company representative at an event and followed up for a meeting. He directed me to one of the staff who takes care of HR, and I had an initial meeting to uncover their needs. Following that discovery meeting, we had a second meeting where I presented our options to solve their issue. There was a competition with other suppliers of training to see who they would choose. We then had a third meeting and he brought a colleague from their department, and I explained what we do and what we do for them in that meeting. Again, the decision had been taken as we had won the competition, and now he was harmonizing the next stages internally to get it to become a reality. Find out more. We come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, and we also have custom in-house programs as well as both in Japanese and English. We do classes in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 25th and 26th of April, our high impact presentations course. On the 9th of May, we'll hold our 3-day version of the Dale Carnegie course. Go to our website at japan-dalecarnegie.co.jp. That's Japan, Japan, hyphen, Dale, D-A-L-E, Carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, which is Anatomo Present no Tatsujin in translation. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muni Sunu wa Yamimashou. And all available from Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. That's Greg, G-R-E-G, .story, S-T-O-R-Y, @dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Because these steps are elongated, I often don't even bother to bring any flyers with me to the first meeting and spend the whole time trying to best understand their needs and wants. This way, the full hour of time usually allocated can help me clearly ascertain if we have what they need or not. It is always a good idea to set up the next meeting at the end of the first meeting because everyone in Tokyo is so busy. You need to get into their schedules fast. Once I've done that, I bring the materials to the second meeting to support my recommendation, and we go through them together. It is not uncommon to have come back a third time and go through specific elements once more to help them gain a clearer understanding of the contents and its suitability for their situation. Once you understand the cadence of doing business here, you're not getting exercised by how slow the process is or by trying to cram everything into one meeting and driving for a yes decision. That is very unlikely. And we need to be thinking in terms of 3 meetings rather than 1. If we can get it done in 2, then magic. But don't expect that to happen. Risk aversion and team decision making ensure that things will move slowly. No one is in a hurry to buy anything we have to offer. We have to keep that thought firmly in the front of our minds. No one gets fired for being overly cautious in Japan, and risk-taking is not well regarded as a concept. Patience and a full pipeline are the requirements for doing business here. If you are desperate, then you will have a rocky time because no one is on your timeline, and frankly, they don't care. We have to adjust ourselves to the way they do business, and trying to reverse the natural order of things here is a fool's mission. Ride the wave in Japan is always the best advice. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, ruler, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.